Communication and leadership, influence, not just position. Do you want to achieve great things? Do you want to build a vision and see it come to life? Then listen up, because all your strategies, all your breakthrough ideas, and even your burning passion will never unleash their full power if you don't master the art of communication and leadership. John C. Maxwell put it clearly, everything rises and falls on leadership. And leadership isn't just a position or a title, leadership is influence. It's the ability to attract and inspire others to follow your vision. Building a team, strength comes from smart choices. Listen, one of the greatest things a leader or an entrepreneur can do is to surround themselves with talented people. That's right, you can't do everything alone. Truly successful people understand they need a team. But not just talented people, they must be loyal. You can find a lot of smart people out there, people with high degrees. But talent without loyalty is like a double-edged sword, it can cut you at any time. You never know what makes a loyal person, but I'm telling you, if they're not loyal to you once, don't give them a second chance. Because they won't be loyal to you next time. That's an expensive lesson many people have had to learn. Choose carefully the people you bring into your inner circle. They must be individuals who not only have capability, but who also share your values, possess integrity, and are ready to commit to the common vision. When you have a talented and loyal team, your power is multiplied exponentially. The essence of leadership, respect. The word leadership is always hard to define, because you see so many different people who are all great leaders. But there's one common quality I've seen in all the greatest leaders, it's respect. A leader doesn't just demand respect, they inspire respect. They do it not by ordering or imposing, but by demonstrating integrity, competence, decisiveness, and a willingness to serve. When you respect others, and you show that through your actions, others will respect you back. And when they respect you, they will listen to you, they will follow you, and they will give their all for you. This is the core. If people don't respect you, you cannot be a leader. No matter what position you hold, what power you have, without respect, everything will fall apart. Respect is the foundation of all true influence. Effective communication, the bridge of all relationships. And finally, to lead, to build relationships, you must be an effective communicator. Communication isn't just talking, it's about understanding, it's about conveying messages clearly, and it's about building a bridge between you and others. Be clear, direct, and always keep your word. Listen more than you speak. Care about what others say, and show respect in every interaction. Because communication is the key that opens every door, builds every relationship, and strengthens all your leadership qualities. The mentor, the path from ordinary person to great leader. Do you want to unleash your full potential, not just to succeed but to become an influential leader? To do that, you need more than innate talent or hard work. You need a mentor. Warren Bennis was right, leaders are made, not born. And one of the most powerful factors in that creation process is guidance from a true teacher, someone you aspire to become. The power of transferred experience. On the journey to greatness, we can't discover everything on our own. Time is too short, and mistakes can be too costly. That's when the role of a mentor becomes paramount. A mentor isn't just an advisor, they are a source of lived experience, a proven roadmap, someone who has walked the paths you are about to embark on. A true mentor is someone who has been there, failed, gotten back up, and triumphed. They have faced the challenges you are facing, and they have found ways to overcome them. They can see the pitfalls you haven't seen, the opportunities you haven't recognized. They provide you not just advice, but wisdom distilled from decades of experience. Think about it, you could learn to play golf on your own, but if you had a world-class coach like Butch Harmon, who trained Tiger Woods, would you improve faster? Absolutely. A good mentor will cut years off your learning curve, helping you avoid countless unnecessary mistakes. Why do we need mentors? See your potential. A good mentor doesn't just see who you are now, they see the unlimited potential within you. They believe in you even when you doubt yourself. They push you past your limits, because they know you can do more than you think. Bennis often emphasized that leaders develop by self-awareness, experience, and through key relationships. A mentor is one of those key relationships, helping you become more self-aware. Provide honest feedback. It's very difficult to objectively evaluate yourself. You might be too harsh or too complacent. An honest mentor will provide you with feedback that others might be afraid to give. They constructively point out your weaknesses, helping you see the blind spots you can't see on your own. This feedback is invaluable for your growth. Expand your vision and network. Your mentor has a vast network and a deep understanding of their industry or field. They can introduce you to important people, opening up opportunities you could never access on your own. They help you understand the bigger picture, how the world operates at a higher level. This is especially important when you're trying to rise from a lower position. Emotional support in hard times. The road to success is full of challenges. There will be times you feel discouraged, wanting to give up. A mentor will be there to listen, to encourage, to share their experiences of how they overcame similar difficult periods. They are a source of mental strength, someone you can absolutely trust. How to find a great mentor? Not everyone can be your mentor. You need to find the right fit, someone you truly admire and aspire to be like. Identify who you admire, look around you, in your field or even outside of it. Who has achieved what you want? Who possesses the leadership qualities you desire? It could be your boss, a senior manager, a successful entrepreneur, or even a professor. Seek common ground, don't just approach anyone. Look for people who have something in common with you, whether it's values, vision, or experience. A shared connection will help build the foundation for the relationship. Create value first, don't just come and ask. Think about what value you can bring to them. Perhaps your enthusiasm, your ability to support their work, or a fresh idea. The best mentoring relationships are two-way. Bennis believed that leadership is the capacity to translate vision into reality. You can help your mentor achieve that. Act sincerely and be patient. Approach genuinely, showing respect and a desire to learn. They may not always have time, but if you are patient and show commitment, you will have a chance. Some mentoring relationships develop naturally, others require you to be more proactive. Having a mentor is one of the most valuable assets you can have in your life and career. They are not just a teacher, they are a guide, a friend, an advisor, helping you unlock hidden abilities and leading you to true leadership. Find your mentor and let them help you write your own great success story. Stand up for yourself, because no one else will fight for you. Listen up, I've seen so many talented, very smart people, but they never achieve what they deserve. Do you know why? Because they don't dare to speak up for themselves. They wait for others to protect them, they wait for others to see their value. Mistake. The biggest mistake of your life. I'm telling you a harsh but necessary truth. You must be your own advocate because, fundamentally, no one else will fight for you. The world doesn't care how good you are if you don't speak up. In this world, especially in business and politics, no one automatically gives you what you want. No one automatically recognizes how brilliant you are. No one automatically protects your interests. If you don't stand up, if you don't fight for your position, you will be trampled. You will be left behind. I've seen this time and time again. People with great ideas, breakthrough products, but they are too humble, too afraid of self-promotion. They think quality will speak for itself. Listen, that might be true in a perfect world, but this is not a perfect world. This is a fiercely competitive world where everyone is trying to get ahead. If you have a good product, talk about it. If you have a great idea, present it forcefully. If you believe in your value, assert it. Don't wait for someone to come and give you a position. Create that position yourself. When you're the target, no retreat. There will be times when you become the target. There will be people who want to pull you down, to slander you, to undermine your work. They might be competitors, jealous individuals, or even people who simply don't like you. And when that happens, you cannot be silent. You cannot hide. You must stand up and fight back. When I ran for president, how do you think people treated me? They attacked me from all sides. The media, opponents, all kinds of people. If I stayed silent, if I didn't fight back, I would have been crushed. They would have destroyed me. But what did I do? I fought back. I spoke up. I defended myself. And look, I won. That's because I understand that if you don't fight for yourself, no one else will do it for you. Don't be afraid of conflict when your interests are threatened. Don't be afraid to confront those who want to harm you. If you retreat, they will advance. If you stay silent, they will think you are weak. You must show strength, show decisiveness. Sometimes, the best way to defend yourself is to attack. Self-confidence is the key to advocacy. The ability to stand up for yourself stems from absolute self-confidence. If you don't believe in yourself, you will never be able to convince others to believe in you. You must know your value, know what you bring to the table, and never allow anyone to diminish that. When you walk into a meeting, a negotiation, or even a daily conversation, carry that confidence with you. Speak clearly, forcefully. Hold your ground when necessary. Don't be afraid to state your demands. Many people are afraid of being seen as arrogant or overconfident. Listen, truly great people don't care about those criticisms. They care about achieving their goals, about building great things. And to do that, you need an ironclad belief in yourself. Strategies for effective self-advocacy. Know your worth. Who are you? What do you do best? What value do you bring to others? Have a clear, strong answer to these questions. Be well prepared. You cannot defend yourself if you don't know what you're talking about. Research, gather information, and master the facts. Speak clearly and decisively, don't stammer. Don't beat around the bush. Get straight to the point. Use strong language. Don't fear rejection or criticism. People won't always agree with you. They might criticize you. That's part of the game. Don't let it deter you. See it as noise and keep moving forward. Fight smart. You don't always need to yell or be aggressive. Sometimes, defending yourself skillfully, with sharp arguments and composure, is much more effective. Choose your battles wisely. This life is not a playground for the weak. It's an arena where you have to fight for your place. If you want to succeed, if you want to achieve what you deserve, you must be the one to stand up for yourself. Don't expect anyone else to do it for you. Become your own warrior. And you will win. Surround yourself with talent, the secret weapon of America's greatness. Do you want to know how I built great structures, how I achieved successes others only dreamed of, and how I brought America back to its peak? There's a secret that losers never understand, a golden rule I've lived by that has brought the biggest wins. The greatest asset of an entrepreneur, of a leader, is being surrounded by truly talented people and absolute loyalty. No one achieves greatness alone, the power of a genius team. Listen up. Many people think they can do everything by themselves. They pat themselves on the back, proclaiming themselves the sole genius. Wrong. That's the mindset of the short-sighted, those who will forever circle in mediocrity. To be truly great, to build huge things, you cannot do it alone. You need a team. A team that's not just smart, but super intelligent. Individuals who are each a genius in their own field. People who can see things you don't see, solve problems you can't solve on your own. These are the brightest minds, the most skilled hands, the most passionate hearts you can find. I've always sought out such people. When I built Trump Tower, I didn't just hire good architects. I hired the best architects in the world. When I did big real estate deals, I worked with the sharpest lawyers, the shrewdest financiers. Because I understand that if you want to build something great, you need great people. This isn't about hiring people who will say yes to every one of your ideas. No. It's about people who will challenge you, who will debate with you, who will offer different perspectives, because they are smart enough and confident enough to do so. But in the end, when a decision is made, they will unite, they will coalesce, and they will execute it with all their might. That's a real team. Absolute loyalty, the foundation of all victories. Talent is necessary, but talent alone isn't enough. You need something even more important, absolute loyalty. You know, I've seen many talented people who lack loyalty. They are only loyal to themselves, to their personal interests. They are willing to abandon you when things get tough. They are willing to stab you in the back for a small gain. Such people, no matter how smart, are a burden. If someone has shown disloyalty once, I'm telling you, never give them a second chance. Never. Because they will do it again. Once loyalty is broken, you can never trust them again. And if you can't trust the people around you, you can never build anything solid. I demand loyalty. I always have. And I give loyalty back. When you have people who are not just talented but also absolutely loyal, people who believe in you, believe in your vision, believe in your goals, that's when you have unbeatable power. That's when you can overcome every challenge, every attack, every criticism from the haters. Serving America's interests, the absolute ideal of my team. When I became president, I didn't just look for the brightest minds. I looked for people with an absolute ideal, serving America's interests. Do you think the people I brought into my cabinet, the people I entrusted with the most important positions, only thought about money or fame? No. They were people who believed in our mission, who believed in putting America first. They believed in rebuilding our great nation. That's a big difference. When you have a team that not only has superior intellect but also a shared ideal, a noble goal higher than any personal gain, you create an unbelievable synergy. They will work tirelessly, they will sacrifice personal interests, they will dedicate themselves completely because they believe in what they are doing. They believed in bringing America's economy back. They believed in protecting our borders. They believed in making our military the strongest in the world. That wasn't just a job, it was a sacred mission. And when you have a team like that, nothing is impossible. How you build your own team. So, if you are an entrepreneur, if you are a leader, if you want to succeed at the highest level, apply this principle. Seek superior intellect, never compromise on talent. Look for the best people in their field. They will bring fresh ideas, breakthrough solutions. Value absolute loyalty. This is even more important than talent. Observe how they behave when things are tough. See how they treat others. Loyalty cannot be bought with money. Empower and trust. Once you've found talented and loyal people, trust them. Empower them to do their job. Don't micromanage. Let them shine. Inspire with a noble ideal. It's not just about profit. Give them a bigger reason to fight. It could be changing an industry, solving a social problem, or serving a higher purpose. When they have an ideal to believe in, their loyalty will become absolute. Decisively remove traitors. If someone proves disloyal, no matter how talented they are, remove them from your team immediately. One disloyal person can destroy an entire group. I have built empires. I have created prosperity. And I have done so because I always knew how to surround myself with the most talented people, those who believed and were absolutely loyal to the ideals we pursued. That is the formula for victory. That is the formula for greatness. Leadership, the game of absolute respect. Do you want to know the ultimate secret to truly lead, to truly build great things for this country? It's not a title, it's not a fancy office. It's something the greatest people all possess, no matter who they are, where they come from. True leadership is defined by respect. That's right. Great leaders, no matter how diverse their styles, from direct people like me to others, they all earn respect. And I'm telling you, if you don't have that, you'll never truly lead anyone. No respect, no leadership. Listen. I've seen many people given a leadership position. They have nice business cards, they have big offices. But when they speak, no one listens. When they give instructions, no one truly complies. Why? Because they don't have respect. You can have hundreds of millions of dollars, you can have power, but if the people around you don't truly respect you, not just for your position, but for who you are, for your competence, for your integrity, then you will never be a true leader. You're just a seat. Respect cannot be demanded. It must be earned. It's built through actions, through decisions, through the victories you deliver. When you prove that you have vision, you have competence, and you always fight for what's right, that's when respect naturally comes to you. My team, built on a foundation of mutual respect. When I built my team, the highly talented people around me, the sharpest minds, it wasn't just about finding intelligent brains. It was about building a foundation of mutual respect. They respected me because I am a quick decision maker, a winner, someone who always puts America's interests first. And I respected them for their intellect, for their loyalty, for their ability to make the impossible happen. It's a two-way street. They trusted me to steer the ship, and I trusted them to navigate through stormy seas. We could argue, we could disagree, and I like that, because that's how we make the best decisions. But in the end, once a decision has been made, there's an unspoken respect that allows us to unite and act as a single unit. Absolute ideal, the power of noble respect. When you lead a team with an absolute ideal, like my team's dedication to serving America's interests, that respect becomes even stronger. It's not just personal respect, it's respect for the mission, for the higher goal. They weren't just working for me, they were working for a greater purpose. They were working to protect this great nation, to bring prosperity, to preserve freedom. And when you have a team driven by such an ideal, built on a foundation of shared respect, that's when you can achieve extraordinary things. That respect isn't just from within your team. It's also from the people. When you lead with integrity, with competence, and with dedication to a noble goal, the people will respect you. They will trust you. And that is the true power of leadership. So, if you want to be a true leader, start by earning respect. Act with integrity. Prove your competence. Build a team based on mutual respect. And always remember, no matter how much power you have, if you don't have respect, you won't be able to lead anyone to greatness. Do you think the people I brought into my cabinet, the people I entrusted with the most important positions, only thought about money or fame? No. They were people who believed in our mission, who believed in putting America first. They believed in rebuilding our great nation. That's a big difference. When you have a team that not only has superior intellect but also a shared ideal, a noble goal higher than any personal gain, you create an unbelievable synergy. They will work tirelessly, they will sacrifice personal interests, they will dedicate themselves completely, because they believe in what they are doing. They believed in bringing America's economy back. They believed in protecting our borders. They believed in making our military the strongest in the world. That wasn't just a job, it was a sacred mission. And when you have a team like that, nothing is impossible. How you build your own team. So, if you are an entrepreneur, if you are a leader, if you want to succeed at the highest level, apply this principle. Seek superior intellect, never compromise on talent. Look for the best people in their field. They will bring fresh ideas, breakthrough solutions. Value absolute loyalty, this is even more important than talent. Observe how they behave when things are tough. See how they treat others. Loyalty cannot be bought with money. Empower and trust. Once you've found talented and loyal people, trust them. Empower them to do their job. Don't micromanage. Let them shine. Inspire with a noble ideal. It's not just about profit. Give them a bigger reason to fight. It could be changing an industry, solving a social problem, or serving a higher purpose. When they have an ideal to believe in, their loyalty will become absolute. Decisively remove traitors. If someone proves disloyal, no matter how talented they are, remove them from your team immediately. One disloyal person can destroy an entire group. I have built empires. I have created prosperity. And I have done so because I always knew how to surround myself with the most talented people, those who believed and were absolutely loyal to the ideals we pursued. That is the formula for victory. That is the formula for greatness. Leadership, the game of absolute respect. Do you want to know the ultimate secret to truly lead, to truly build great things for this country? It's not a title, it's not a fancy office. It's something the greatest people all possess, no matter who they are, where they come from. True leadership is defined by respect. That's right. Great leaders, no matter how diverse their styles, from direct people like me to others, they all earn respect. And I'm telling you, if you don't have that, you'll never truly lead anyone. No respect, no leadership. Listen. I've seen many people given a leadership position. They have nice business cards, they have big offices. But when they speak, no one listens. When they give instructions, no one truly complies. Why? Because they don't have respect. You can have hundreds of millions of dollars, you can have power, but if the people around you don't truly respect you, not just for your position, but for who you are, for your competence, for your integrity, then you will never be a true leader. You're just a seat. Respect cannot be demanded. It must be earned. It's built through actions, through decisions, through the victories you deliver. When you prove that you have vision, you have competence, and you always fight for what's right, that's when respect naturally comes to you. My team, built on a foundation of mutual respect. When I built my team, the highly talented people around me, the sharpest minds, it wasn't just about finding intelligent brains. It was about building a foundation of mutual respect. They respected me because I am a quick decision maker, a winner, someone who always puts America's interests first. And I respected them for their intellect, for their loyalty, for their ability to make the impossible happen. It's a two-way street. They trusted me to steer the ship, and I trusted them to navigate through stormy seas. We could argue, we could disagree, and I like that, because that's how we make the best decisions. But in the end, once a decision has been made, there's an unspoken respect that allows us to unite and act as a single unit. Absolute ideal, the power of noble respect. When you lead a team with an absolute ideal, like my team's dedication to serving America's interests, that respect becomes even stronger. It's not just personal respect, it's respect for the mission, for the higher goal. They weren't just working for me, they were working for a greater purpose. They were working to protect this great nation, to bring prosperity, to preserve freedom. And when you have a team driven by such an ideal, built on a foundation of shared respect, that's when you can achieve extraordinary things. That respect isn't just from within your team. It's also from the people. When you lead with integrity, with competence, and with dedication to a noble goal, the people will respect you. They will trust you. And that is the true power of leadership. So, if you want to be a true leader, start by earning respect. Act with integrity. Prove your competence. Build a team based on mutual respect. And always remember, no matter how much power you have, if you don't have respect, you won't be able to lead anyone to greatness. Working with contractors, building an empire of trust and shared profit. Do you want to build magnificent structures, turn big dreams into reality without getting ripped off or running into unnecessary trouble? Listen up, I've worked with countless contractors throughout my career, from the smallest projects to iconic constructions. And I'm going to tell you a crucial secret: when you know how to work with them correctly, contractors will become your excellent partners, people who help you build everything efficiently and profitably. But if you're not careful, they can rip you off blatantly. Let me show you how to turn contractors into allies, not enemies, and how to make sure everyone profits. Contractors, tough, smart, and need to be handled correctly. That's right, contractors are tough. They work in a high-pressure, high-risk environment, and they have to protect their own interests. They are also very smart. They know how to calculate costs, they know how to find loopholes, and they know how to maximize their profits. And that's why you need to know how to deal with them firmly, but fairly. Many people are afraid of contractors. They worry about inflated prices, shoddy work, or extended timelines. But you know what? That's because they don't understand how to work with contractors. If you approach them weakly, if you don't have knowledge of what you want, if you don't firmly protect your interests, they will take advantage of you. That's the nature of business. Building relationships based on transparency and decisiveness. The secret to successfully working with contractors is to build a relationship based on transparency and decisiveness. Be clear from the start, right from the beginning. You must be clear about what you want. Don't be vague. Don't let them guess. Have detailed drawings, clear specifications, and an ironclad contract. When everything is clear, there's no room for misunderstanding or unexpected cost overruns. Negotiate firmly. Remember what I said about negotiation. Contractors will try to get the highest price possible. That's their job. Your job is to negotiate firmly to get the best price while ensuring quality. Don't be afraid to say no. Show them that you know your worth and you won't be taken advantage of. Supervise closely. You can't just sign a contract and then disappear. You must supervise their work closely. Inspect every stage. Ensure everything is done according to the contract and quality standards. Don't trust blindly. Trust, but verify. That's a principle I always apply. Be transparent with them. Be fair to contractors. If they do a good job, reward them. If problems arise that aren't their fault, acknowledge them and find solutions together. When you are fair, they will respect you and want to work with you long term. Turning contractors into partners, shared victory. When you work correctly, you don't just prevent them from ripping you off. You turn them into a true partner. They will see that you are a reasonable person, someone who knows how to do business, and someone with whom they can earn sustainable profits. They will want to work with you on future projects. They will introduce you to the best suppliers, the best craftsmen. They will prioritize your work. Because they know that working with you is a good experience, an experience where both sides benefit. Never let yourself be taken advantage of. Be in control. Be the smartest person in the room. Apply these principles, and you will find that contractors, who many others fear, will become your strongest allies in building your great endeavors. That's how you win. Negotiation and respect, the art of leading the world in uncertainty. In the world of superpowers, multi-million-dollar deals, and destiny-defining decisions, success doesn't come by chance. It's the result of meticulous calculation, understanding human nature, and the ability to control invisible forces. I have witnessed and participated in the most complex negotiations, where every word, every glance carries significant weight. And I'm telling you, to truly forge a new order, to lead in times of uncertainty, you must be a master negotiator and command absolute respect from every partner, every adversary. Only then will you truly feel secure, at ease, and become an indispensable figure on the grand chessboard. Negotiation, a dance of power and flexibility. Many mistakenly believe negotiation is about presenting logical arguments or simply exchanging information. Wrong. Negotiation, at its highest level, is a very subtle part of the art of managing power and perception. It's not an academic debate. It's a clash of wills, where you must understand your limits, your opponent's limits, and where both sides can meet. There are moments when you must be tough, demonstrating unyielding resolve on core principles, on vital interests. That's when you need to show strength, steadfastness, and leave no doubt in your opponent's mind about your determination. You must know when to say no decisively, and the consequences of their non-acceptance. Ambiguity or hesitation in these moments can lead to disaster. The opponent must understand that you cannot be coerced or drawn into an unfavorable agreement. But at the same time, negotiation also requires you to be sweet, to be flexible. You must be able to empathize, to understand your partner's fears, ambitions, and internal limitations. Sometimes, a tactical retreat, a soothing word, or a small concession on a less critical point can open the door for bigger gains on other points. This is not weakness, this is wisdom. You must know when to offer your opponent an honorable exit, a solution they can present to their subordinates or their public without losing face. This is especially important when negotiating with nations or entities where saving face is paramount. Perhaps, a negotiator is born. Some people possess an innate intuition to read nonverbal cues, to sense fluctuations in the opponent's resolve. But that talent needs to be constantly honed. It requires thorough research into history, psychology, and the motivations of each individual and culture. You cannot enter a crucial negotiation without meticulously preparing for every possible scenario. Lack of preparation is an invitation to failure. Respect from everyone, the foundation of powerful influence. To become a true leader, someone capable of shaping major events, people don't just have to obey you, they have to respect you. Respect is not a title conferred, it's an invaluable asset accumulated through actions, through decisions, and through the ability to anticipate and shape the future. You may wield political, military, or economic power. But without genuine respect from partners and adversaries, that power will always be limited. People will only cooperate with you when forced to do so, and they will seek every opportunity to overthrow you as soon as they can. A leader who is not respected will find their agreements questioned, their initiatives obstructed, and their influence eroded. Respect is built on a few fundamental principles. Competence. You must prove that you know what you're doing, that you are capable of complex analysis and providing viable solutions. Intelligence, sharpness of mind are paramount. Integrity. While you may be tough in negotiation, you must be a person of your word. A reputation for trustworthiness is priceless. When you make a commitment, you must fulfill it. If you don't keep your word, you will lose trust, and once trust is lost, you will lose respect, and ultimately, you will lose your ability to influence. Vision and decisiveness. Respected leaders are those who can see beyond the present, who can make tough decisions under pressure, and who can lead others in a clear direction, even when that path is fraught with risks. Fairness. Within the framework of national/organizational interests, while you must protect your own interests, respect also comes from treating your opponents fairly, not blatantly exploiting their weaknesses, and always seeking a solution that both sides can accept. This creates an environment where negotiations can proceed constructively, rather than being an endless battle. Safety, security in an uncertain world. When you have mastered the art of negotiation and earned respect from everyone, you will achieve a state few can reach, true safety and security in a world constantly filled with uncertainty. You are safe because you know you are capable of navigating the most complex situations. You are secure because you know that the people you work with, both partners and adversaries, understand that you are trustworthy, a person who keeps their word, and someone who can achieve their goals. They will think carefully before trying to deceive you or break an agreement with you, because they know that doing so will come at a high cost to their reputation and future. This is not a game of chance. This is a game of skill, intellect, and the ability to build relationships based on a deep understanding of human nature and power. Master negotiation. Earn respect. And you will not only succeed, but you will become an architect of the future, someone who can shape the world around you. Handling challenges and pressure, the flame of will in the heart of the dream chaser. Are you striving day and night for a burning dream, for a deep passion? Are you embarking on a path that not everyone dares to tread, a path of ceaseless challenges and pressure? There are times you feel exhausted, want to give up, want to let go. But I'm telling you, it's in those seemingly hopeless moments that the true meaning of this journey reveals itself. Success isn't just about the good times, it's also about overcoming difficulties, transforming pressure into fuel for the flame of will within you. When pressure becomes a guide. People striving for their dreams often think that pressure is a sign of error, an obstacle to be eliminated. But that's a narrow view. Pressure is not meant to crush you, it's meant to etch your true self, to sharpen your will, and to reshape your vision. Look at great artists, scientists, entrepreneurs. Did they ever achieve success without enduring sleepless nights, painful failures, harsh criticism? No. It was precisely that pressure that forced them to be more creative, more resilient, to believe in their dreams absolutely. If you're feeling pressure, it's not a sign of weakness. It's proof that you are moving forward, you are stepping out of your comfort zone, and you are reaching your limits. And it is at that limit that your true potential awakens, your dream, a light in the darkness. So how do you overcome that pressure? How do you turn it into strength? That's when you have to return to why you started. Your dream and passion are not just goals, they are the meaning of this journey. When you face a seemingly insurmountable problem, pause for a moment. Take a deep breath. And ask yourself, what is my ultimate purpose? Why am I here, enduring all of this? When you reconnect with that initial flame of passion, you will find an endless source of energy to continue. Just as I found the meaning of survival in the concentration camp to complete my work on logotherapy, you also need something to live for, a dream bigger than yourself. That dream will light the way, helping you see hope even when everything is dark. It will give you the strength to endure anyhow of the challenge. Embrace challenges as a mission. Don't see challenges as a burden to bear, but as a mission that life has entrusted to you. Every difficulty is a test for you to prove your worth, to develop your courage and wisdom. When you face a problem, don't ask why me, but ask what is this teaching me? What is it preparing me for? This attitude will transform you from a victim into a creator, from someone pressured into someone who uses pressure to rise. Believe in the strength within you. Nurture the flame of passion. And see every pressure as an opportunity to prove that nothing can stop you from achieving your great dream. Because it is in the most severe challenges that dream chasers truly shine. Learning from mistakes, when a door closes, a whole world opens. Are you facing rejection? Are doors slamming shut in your face, and you feel like all your efforts are meaningless? I understand that feeling. Before Harry Potter became a global phenomenon, I tasted rejection again and again, to an unimaginable extent. But I'm telling you, it's in those moments when the world seems to turn its back that you'll find your true strength. Even failures, those slammed doors, can be excellent tests of your resilience and adaptability, a miracle that transforms obstacles into a launch pad for greatness. Failure is not an end, but a new beginning. Perhaps your definition of failure needs to change. For many, failure is a dead end, a conclusion. But for those who dare to dream big, those with a burning passion, failure is just a turning point, another path to take. I sent the Harry Potter manuscript to 12 publishers, and they all rejected it. 12 times. What do you think an average person would do after 12 rejections like that? Perhaps put the manuscript in a drawer, or even throw it away, and accept that their dream was a delusion. But I didn't. I learned a valuable lesson. Failure doesn't define you. How you react to it defines you. Each rejection was an opportunity for me to reconsider. Was there anything I could improve? Could the story be told better? Could I find another way? It forced me to persevere, to believe in my story more than ever, even when others didn't see its value. That wasn't failure, that was a lesson in resilience, an opportunity to sharpen my will. Pressure makes diamonds. Are you under pressure? Good. That's when you're being tested. Just as coal transforms into diamonds under immense pressure, you too will become stronger, sharper, and more resolute when facing challenges. These tests, no matter how difficult, are all to prepare you. They teach you endurance, patience, and most importantly, adaptability. Life and careers don't always go according to plan. There will be times when you have to change direction, find a new path, accept the unexpected. And it is precisely those failures that will train you in that adaptability. Don't fear rejection. Don't shrink from pressure. See them as golden opportunities to learn, to grow, and to prove to yourself and the world that you are made of special material. Because it is from the ashes of mistakes that the greatest stories are born. Learning from mistakes, when a door closes, the world truly opens up. Are you standing before a door slammed in your face, bringing with it deep disappointment? Do you feel like the whole world is turning its back on your burning dream? Listen up, I've been there. I've been rejected, doubted, looked down upon. But I learned a valuable lesson I want to share with you. Even failures, those seemingly apocalyptic falls, can be excellent tests of your resilience and adaptability. And sometimes, if something doesn't work out as you hoped, you just need to accept the failure and relax, because that's not the end, it's the beginning of something greater. When failure is a compass, the path to Hogwarts. Imagine this. A single mother, living on welfare, writing a book on an old typewriter in cafes. You send the manuscript out, and then, rejection. Not just once, but many times. 12 publishers said no. They didn't see the potential. They didn't believe in your story. They slammed the door shut. Was that failure? For many, it would be the end. They would put the manuscript in a drawer, bury their dream, and accept their fate. But that's not how I saw it. Each rejection letter wasn't a failure of mine. It was feedback. It was a sign that perhaps my approach wasn't right, or I hadn't found the right person to listen. Instead of collapsing, I learned. I asked myself, why did they say no? What can I improve? Can I find another way for this story to reach the world? Each rejection was an opportunity to reconsider, to refine, to become more resilient. It didn't weaken me, it made me stronger. It forced me to believe in my story, in my characters, in the world I had created, absolutely. Those failures were not obstacles, they were tests of your patience, of your belief, of your ability to recover. They challenged your will. Do you have enough passion to overcome rejection? Do you have enough courage to keep knocking on doors, even if they've slammed in your face dozens of times? If you do, then that's when you truly begin your journey to success. Accept failure and breathe easy, the power to continue. There's a simple truth that few dare to face. If something doesn't work out, sometimes you just need to accept the failure and relax. Sounds strange, right? But this is a survival strategy. When you've done everything you can, you've tried your best, but the result still isn't what you hoped for, clinging to it will only exhaust you, blur your vision, and prevent you from seeing other doors. Sometimes, letting go of a specific outcome isn't giving up on the dream. It's freeing up energy to find a new path, a better direction. You know, I once thought my life was a series of failures. A broken marriage, poverty, rejections. But when I accepted those things, not as accepting fate, but as accepting reality, I freed myself to focus on what truly mattered, writing. That's when I could relax a bit from the burden of perfection and allow creativity to flow. And it's in that relaxation, when you are no longer haunted by the fear of failure, that you can see things more clearly. You can see the hidden lessons in every mistake. You can see new opportunities you missed when you were stubbornly clinging to a single path. Adaptability, the weapon of the survivor. Failures are not meant to break you, they are meant to teach you to adapt. Like a phoenix, you must allow yourself to burn, so that from the ashes, you can be reborn stronger, wiser. Every rejection letter taught me something about the market, about how publishers operate, about how I needed to be even more persistent. It didn't change my story, but it changed how I fought for that story. That's adaptability. You will encounter unexpected situations, unforeseen obstacles. Markets change, technology evolves, new competitors emerge. If you don't learn to adapt, you will be left behind. Learning from mistakes is learning to be flexible, to be agile, and to be resilient in the face of all changes. So, to those striving for dreams and passion, don't fear failure. Embrace it as an inevitable part of the journey. Look at every mistake as an invaluable lesson. Accept what doesn't work out, free yourself from the burden of perfection, and then, get up, dust yourself off, and find a new path. Because it is from the greatest failures that the greatest stories are written, and that will be your story. Presentation is crucial, the key to unlocking success in every transaction. Are you ready to not just sell, but to deeply connect with your customers and build a successful empire based on trust and value? Do you want to know the secret to turning even the most skeptical individuals into your most ardent supporters? Then listen closely, because I'm going to share with you the core principles I've taught millions of salespeople around the world. Presentation is crucial, you must sell smartly, and always remember that the rich see every detail. Master these, and you'll not only achieve your goals but exceed all expectations. Presentation is crucial, first impression is the last impression. Think about this, you only get one chance to make a first impression. And in the world of sales, the first impression isn't just about your appearance or your smile. It's about the entire way you present yourself, your product, and your service. People buy with emotion and justify with logic. And that emotion is triggered from the very first moment you appear, you present an idea, or your product is displayed. The psychology of cleanliness and meticulousness. When you sell a car, even a used one, would you be willing to spend $10 to wash it? If you wash it clean, you can sell it for $200 more. That's a $10 investment yielding $190 in profit, a huge bargain. Why? Because presentation speaks volumes about your respect. It shows that you value your product, and more importantly, you value your customer. A clean, well-cared-for product doesn't just look better, it implies quality beneath the surface. Professionalism speaks to value, from how you dress, how you speak, how you organize your documents, to your product packaging, everything must exude professionalism. Professionalism isn't ostentation, it's the embodiment of competence, meticulousness, and reliability. When customers see professionalism in every aspect, they will feel more secure placing their trust and money in you. They'll think, if this person is so meticulous with such small details, then surely their product/service will also be very well made. Create an experience, not just a product. In today's age, customers don't just buy products, they buy an experience. From how you greet them, how you introduce the product, how you handle inquiries, every interaction is part of the experience. Make that experience special, memorable, and positive. Because when customers have a good experience, they don't just buy, they become your loyal advocates. Selling smart, connecting value with needs. Selling isn't about coercion or manipulation. Smart selling is the art of discovering customer needs and presenting your solution in a way that they clearly see the value. It's about serving, not just selling. Listen more than you speak. You have 2 ears and 1 mouth. Use them in the right proportion. Bad salespeople just drone on about their products. Smart salespeople listen to customers. They ask open-ended questions, delve into the customer's pain points, dreams, and desires. When you listen, you don't just gather information, you build rapport, you show customers that you care about them. Sell solutions, not features. Customers don't care how many gigabytes your product has or how much horsepower. They care about what your product can do for them. What problem does it solve? What benefit does it bring? How does it make them feel? Translate features into concrete benefits. For example, instead of saying this product has a 5,000 mAh battery, say with this product, you'll never worry about running out of battery in the middle of the day, giving you complete peace of mind to work all day long. Build relationships, not just transactions. Good salespeople don't just close a deal, they start a relationship. Your goal isn't a one-time sale, but to build a customer for life. This requires sincerity, trustworthiness, and after-sales support. Always keep your promises and exceed customer expectations. Because a satisfied customer will bring you many more customers. Understand human psychology. Smart selling requires a deep understanding of human psychology. Know when to be patient, when to push, when to listen. Understand that people make decisions based on emotion, and then they seek logical reasons to justify that decision. Focus on creating positive emotions, trust, and a sense of security. The rich see every detail, the subtlety of discerning customers. This is an incredibly important lesson, especially when you work with high-end clients, people with a lot of money and a lot of experience. The rich see every detail. They don't miss anything. Details speak to quality. When you're selling something expensive, real estate, a luxury car, a high-end consulting service, these clients don't just look at the big picture. They scrutinize every tiny detail. A small stain, a crooked seam, a typo in the contract, an unexplained delay, all of these are signals to them. They are testing you. Successful and wealthy people have reached their position not because they are naive. They are incredibly shrewd. When they pay attention to every detail, they're not just inspecting the product, they are testing you. They are examining your meticulousness, your honesty, and your respect for your work and your customers. If you overlook a small detail, they'll wonder, if they're careless with this, what about other things I can't see? And that will directly impact their trust and the price. Value lies in perfection. For these customers, value isn't just in function, it's in perfection. They are willing to pay a premium for superior quality, impeccable service, and attention to every detail. Because for them, small details make the big difference between a good product/service and a great one. So, work meticulously. Pay attention to every tiny detail and how you present yourself and your product. Sell smartly, placing the customer at the center of everything. And always remember, the rich see every detail, they are looking for excellence in every aspect. When you deliver that, you will not only succeed, but you will build a trustworthy brand and a legacy of excellence.